give me a reason. Tell me just how you feeling. I could see you tripping off the way I'm living in trust, looking for love.
Welcome to Girl Talk, episode 1. Hey guys, welcome back to Genesisjjsanche's Reactions. Today, me and Rachel are going to be doing the Girl Talk part 1 for you guys. I felt like, you know, we're definitely a girl's girl, so we asked a lot of you guys to ask us questions, and little TMI, some of you guys wanted to ask. There's a lot of women out there who don't have a sister, like a older sister
that they could rely on and talk to,
like a mentor.
Stuff.
So I decided to start this segment here to just connect with you guys, and this is a free space, and just wanted to answer the questions for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Make sure you guys smash that like button. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'm gonna tag Rachel's Instagram here so you guys can follow her on Instagram and TikTok. All right, so first question. And I asked for everyone to let me know if they wanted to get shouted out or anonymous, and everyone actually wanted to be anonymous, which is not really surprising. Some girls don't want to.
It's okay.
You know, don't want to let people know. So, alrighty. First question: how do you like your relationship? Like, why is your relationship so successful and healthy? You want to answer that first? You want me to answer?
You can answer first.
Alright. So how do you balance your relationship? So I feel like in a relationship, what really balances out is communication. If you don't have communication in a relationship, I feel like it would never work out. Me and my man are more of, in the beginning we did lack that, but we obviously after a while knew that we wanted to be with each other and did anything to be with each other. So we decided to just sit back and say, okay, I'm wrong in this situation, you're wrong, you know, we both apologize. You know, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, you have to apologize all the time. Like, when I'm wrong in a situation, I'm gonna let you know as well.
Mature.
You know? So that's that. I feel like that's how it makes us work, and we just trust, and like any normal couple, pretty much. Everyone has their arguments and stuff, but you just have to work through them. And like, why is your relationship so healthy and successful? Same reason. Communication is just the big thing, in trust.
So how do you balance your relationship? One, you have to learn how to balance the difference between your friends, your family, and your man. That's a big thing that a lot of people don't know how to do. They mix both of them. They're like, no, yeah, we're gonna do this. No, you have to give time for your man, and you have to give time for your family and friends, and know the difference.
Right. In
the sense that, like, you're not gonna be like, oh no, I'm gonna be with my man and be with this person all together. No, you have to give your man their own time.
Of course. Yes.
That's one of the biggest things.
Space, definitely. I swear I can say a lot of people or a lot of couples don't last as long when they're always together, up each other's asses 24/7, because then you don't have the chance to miss one another.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true.
You know, then you're like, damn, I'm sick of this person.
Exactly. Y'all not gonna want to be together, literally.
Exactly.
And what was I gonna say? The way I balance my relationship. One, no matter what, if you want a healthy, successful relationship, you have to trust each other. Like, there's no ifs, ands, but if you think your man's cheating on you, if your man's doing this, if you think about where my man has his location, etc., even though we do. Yeah. But that's besides the point. The point is, you have to have trust no matter what, because if there's not trust, baby girl, there's nothing. Facts. You have to trust your man no matter what. Yep. And always believe he's always going to be on your side.
Yes,
well, he's not. That's an old thing. Yeah. But a successful relationship is based off of trust and communication, like she said. So like, that's how I would answer that question.
All right. Okay, you want to ask the second one?
So the second question is, how do you explain what a pH balance is and how to level it out? It's like the, I'm gonna say germs But that's what it.
Yeah, it's pretty much
it
like
is.
The,
it's
like the bacteria in
Exactly.
like your vaginal area.
Exactly.
Pretty much what it is. It's just like there's good and there's bad bacteria. You know what I'm saying? There's both. So what is it to level it out? I feel like
how to level.
So to like level it out, obviously when you're having intercourse with your man, you know, make sure he's healthy. Use protection, because not using protection can throw off your pH balance. When you shower and everything, don't use like the
scented
products.
Exactly.
Use like natural products to keep that. And there's also, I believe, pills as well too to help you with to keep your pH balance balanced. That's pretty much all it is. All you gotta do, and just make sure you keep up with your hygiene. Make sure you shower. Make sure you don't wear tight clothing. Wearing tight underwear can also throw it off too, which is crazy. Like you wouldn't even
you could literally get a yeast infection with wearing too tight panties, shorts, pants, anything. Yep. What I would say, how to level it. There's a lot of like soaps for down there. There's a lot of soaps that are specifically to balance your pH balance. I use one specifically because it's like using certain products can like take it off track basically. Yeah. And again, what she said, making sure that the person that you're with is clean, is taking care of themselves. You get what I'm saying? That's how you maintain and balance it out.
Right. And also, if your man is you know, going inside, you know, nothing inside you and everything, that also will throw it off too. So that's another factor there. Yeah. Next question. As a mom, do you have stretch marks, and how do you maintain them? Yes, I do have stretch marks. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I got a whole lot of them. Like my whole stomach looked like tiger stripes. Literally like tiger stripes. And that was my fault for not being like responsible with that, and not being on top of that, like trying to take care of them and not itching them, because they were very itchy. So like it was kind of hard not to. So that's why it got very bad. But how I maintain them, I just try to stop itching them as much, because they're clear now. Like they're visible, but they're not as bad as they were before. I just try to not itch them. Put on the cream that you can get at Walmart, like the coconut butter. I try using that, and it pretty much helps a little bit. What do you think? How do you maintain stretch marks?
So I have stretch marks a lot. Like I have stretch marks here. I have them on my shoulders. I have them like on my thighs, on my stomach. I just try not to scratch them, because especially like the ones here, I've scratched them and you can see how red they get, and they hurt. I would just say use Vaseline. What is the other one called? The Shea Moisture?
Cocoa butter?
Yeah, cocoa butter helps a lot. And there's a lot of products out there if you are a mother or wanted to be a mother soon, and you want to be careful with your stomach. There's so many different products out there now. Definitely. Thank God for that. But honestly, the best way to avoid having stretch marks, whether you're pregnant or not, is honestly just try not to scratch them and keep them hydrated.
Yeah, that's the only way I can say. Sometimes it's hard to avoid them, but there are ways to try to keep them controlled, and not scratching them and just rubbing the oils on definitely helps.
Absolutely.
Next question. How do you know you were pregnant before you took a test? All right, so I guess this is another question for me. So how I knew was I was 2 weeks late, which it was kind of hard because my period was always irregular. So it was kind of hard to tell, and I was getting cramps, like if I was gonna get my period, but it wasn't no cramps. It was ovulation, like the ovulating cramps. Implantation, that's the word, implantation cramps. And I was in high school at the time, so like after school I would literally come home and just knock out and not wake up until the next day. And I've never done that. Damn. I would get out of school like at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, not even, because I got out of school like at 3. Got home like at 4:35, knock out until the next day. And then I was craving Burger King. Mind you, I don't even eat Burger King, and I was craving that bad.
Oh, and how far along were you?
I was only 9 weeks. I was 9 weeks, yes. when I found out.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, that's how I knew before I knew I was actually pregnant before I took a test. Is there anything you wish you never did? Well, you can answer that one first.
Is there anything I wish I never did? That's a hard question. That's really hard for me to answer. I wish I never left Rhode Island. That's what I'm gonna say. I wish I never moved out of Rhode Island because, as you can see, here I am. I wish I never left. That's the only thing I wish I'd never done. You know, besides everything else. But that's it.
Okay.
You?
For me, I could say, I don't know, like it's kind of hard to
it's a tough question.
because I feel like everything that's happened, I feel like it was meant to happen. It was like meant to be. I could say that's a very hard question to answer because it's like,
or like not somewhere I wish you would never done, or how about like something you regret that you wish you never did, like that.
I mean, the only thing I can say, like, I love my daughter with all my heart and soul, but I mean, I could say if I could have waited to have her, I would have waited.
I feel you.
And like with who I had her with, you know, I can say that I don't regret nothing. Like I said, at the end of the day, God does things and puts in place for everyone. I feel like everything's meant for a reason or done for a reason. But you know, if I could have waited,
that's something you would have
be more prepared. Yes, I would have delayed.
Life. Yeah, I get it.
All right.
Story time of something so embarrassing that happened to you in public. You want me to go first?
I got a story time.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Because this happened not too long ago too, which is crazy.
Serious?
Yeah. This is so embarrassing. But hey, look, we're in a safe spot.
Yes, we are. I'm sorry for that.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, because I don't know anything so embarrassing. Like, I don't know.
Alright, so if you guys don't know, I got bariatric surgery almost 8 months, or it's 8 months ago. And I was on my way to Burlington with my family and everything. And I had to go to the bathroom very badly. Mind you, if you had the surgery, sometimes it's kind of hard not to hold it.
No, but for real. That's like the worst pain. If you hold it in.
I couldn't even hold it in. I went on my way to the bathroom. And I had to throw out everything. Like luckily my sister and everybody was there, so they had like to buy me like new pants and stuff so I can like at least change to get out the store, because mind you, I had gray sweatpants at that. Oh shit. So like it was noticeable. Yeah. So I could say that was the most embarrassing thing, because it, you know.
Yeah, I get it. Me, honestly, the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, I was like, so I got my period at a very young age. I got my period like at like at 10. I feel like that's a young age for a girl to get her period.
I mean, depend. Like, there's girls that get their period at 8. Like the normal, it's like 8 to I think 14 around there. It's like the age limit for girls. 8 is early, but it does happen. It does.
Maybe not, because back in the day when I was around that age, I was the youngest and I had like breasts and everything. Like it was crazy. And I had armpit hair, everything. Like it was like I was, cause you know how I'm a tall girl. Back then I was tall as hell too. Like I outgrown like OD. But point is, I got my period around 10. So, but I was like 12. It was my birthday, and I wore these white pants to school. Oh. And adivine, I literally like the blood went through my pants. That was the most embarrassing thing of my life, and it was on my birthday. Which I was like, there's no way. I didn't even know I was gonna come on that day. Nothing. Obviously, why would I wear white pants? Yeah. But I had a little white sweater that I had to cover it with. I thugged it out till I got home.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't want to go home because it was my birthday and everybody was like giving me gifts and I was happy.
Yeah, it was your birthday.
So I was like, I have this. I'm just thugging it out because my birthday's in January, so it was cold out. So I had like a little.
So it made sense. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna just thug it out. That's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, as of right now in public.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
How many kids do you plan on having? If so, when do you think is the best time to have kids?
That's a really good question.
You want me to answer?
You guys are first.
Okay. Me personally, I can say the most I would want is maybe 3. That's the most. And just because, like, I don't know where I'm gonna be in life, so like I just want to make sure I am prepared more. I guess. I mean, you're never ever, like everyone says, you're never prepared to have a child.
Yeah, everybody says that.
But I feel like I'm not where I want to be in life yet to have children, to have more children. So like, I feel like 3 would be good. If I have more, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
But 3, I think 3 would be the max for me. And it says, when do you think is the best time? I feel like the best time is just up to you. If you and your partner are both ready and both emotionally and mentally, physically, financially ready, you know, go for it. You know what I'm saying? If you guys say like, okay, if we're gonna have a child, this baby is going to be nourished, it's gonna be fed,
It's gonna be loved.
you know, loved, have attention, everything, then go for it. I feel like there is no set age, because like I said, I had my daughter at 16, and then there's people who have their kids at 40. You know, so it just depends on you when you feel like it's just the right time, and you're with the right person as well. You know, what you think?
What was it again? Sorry, I need to see it.
Oh yeah.
So I want a minimum of 4 kids. 3 is an odd number, so that's my
Yeah,
thing.
everyone says like the odd number.
But either 4 or 2. With 2 I'll be good, with 4 I'll be good. Yeah. And for me, when do I think the best time for having kids? Honestly, I would just say when I'm financially, mentally ready to have kids. That's why I keep telling everybody, and I'm gonna keep saying it, because I was brought into this world with, let's say, the bare minimum. Not to, you know, sound rude, but I didn't have everything I wanted as a kid. So I want to make sure my kid has everything they would ever want and need and ask for. So that's why I haven't had, you know, I want to be stable. I want to have an actual house.
Right.
Where I could be like, I'm going to pass this down to my kids. Like, I want to be ready. Even though you're never ready to have a kid.
Right.
But you can at least prepare yourself to have a child mentally, physically, financially, emotionally. Because having a kid is not easy. Like, I know it's not easy. People make it seem like a piece of cake. But it's not. It's very draining mentally. You're gonna want to give up. I see this from my family and my friends, so I know it's not a piece of cake. So I want to make sure that, like, I got that down packed here for me to actually have it.
No, yeah, and I definitely feel as well too. Like, it just depends on you, because not to say not everyone's life goals are the same as others.
Exactly.
You know, so like there's some people who are fine with having 20 kids and just relaxing at home and doing their thing, and like their husband or whatever, they're the one that's working and they're chilling, and you know, that's a me personally. I couldn't be at home mom all the time. Like I have to be doing something, some way, how, because of the way how I grew up as well, how I seen like my family and everything, and like I don't want to ever go through that. So like that's what I also think of. Like, I want to make sure I'm financially stable too before I have another child, because I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to have a child and I'm just stuck depending on someone else.
I feel that,
you know?
yeah, that's very true.
Next question. Do you plan on getting married? When do you know you are ready as well?
Yes, I want to get married. When do you know you're ready? Is when you think about this person and you think about getting old with them. You think about literally dying by their side. That's how you know you want to get married and be married to the person that you love. When you think about long time, when you see 2 old people and be like, that's gonna be us. That's how you know you're gonna marry this person, gonna want to be with them for the rest of your life.
Exactly, just like how Rachel said, I feel the same way. And like, for example, me and my man, like, I feel like I had a trip and I wasn't with him for a whole week and I was already like dying. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just like knowing that you can have that same spark with that person from the beginning of the relationship is when you know, like, all right, I can marry this person. I can deal with this person for the rest of my life, with their flaws, with their mistakes, with their, you know, just not being perfect. Because at the end of the day, not everyone's perfect in this life.
Of
but
course,
if you
yeah.
say, "Nah, that's my person," then that's that. And it says, so yeah, I do would want to get married with my man, you know, in the near future. We're only we've only been together for 2 years, so I definitely want to wait a little bit for that to even happen. But yeah, about if it just depends on you, because some people get married in 3 months. They're like, "Nah, this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life."
I know
I'm
a
stuck
couple,
with them
but
forever.
hey, if they allow shit.
Yeah. So yeah, it just depends on you. It's just when you feel like it's the best timing.
I feel like it's ready. If you're ready for that, then of course.
Yeah, if you're ready
There's
for
nothing
it,
wrong with that.
go for it. Like, it literally, don't let nobody ever stop you. If you and your partner feel like it's right, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be you and your partner in that relationship. If y'all think it's gonna be the best, and y'all know y'all gonna be together forever, and are willing to grow old and
Stick to it.
you know, just
Even though it's okay if y'all don't, girl, really don't.
no, of course.
It's okay if y'all don't. I literally I'm on the opposite side of getting married. I'm at the divorce part. That's what I do. So I see a lot of it, and it's okay.
Yeah,
work out too.
even if, you know, it's just if you guys feel like that in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can feel like that in the moment. It is what it is. Life is life, and nothing's perfect. So like, if y'all feel like you want to get married, and if shit don't work out, y'all get divorced. You know.
And honestly, there's a lot of people. I've had a lot of clients that they start the divorce process and they change their mind.
Yeah.
Like that's how you really know. Like, if you guys get to the point where like y'all done with each other and y'all actually try to go through with it, and y'all really love each other. Like, come on now. And it's okay to, even like divorcing and then getting married again, it happens.
Yeah, it
like
happens.
that's normal.
Shoot.
It's okay to take a break from somebody.
Right. Yeah, I definitely believe that. Should I cut a man off if he's broke? You want me to answer that? You answer that.
I mean, I can, but like, I can answer.
All right,
so
you can answer first.
Me, personally, this person that's right here, I wouldn't be able to be with someone that doesn't have I wouldn't even say broke. Someone that doesn't have a job and is not financially stable, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna work out. I'm a very hardworking woman. I love to work. I like to grind. I like to make my money. I love expensive things. And if my man can't match that energy, then I will certainly cut him off. I'm sorry, just because like we're not gonna be able to balance out each other, and balance is really important.
Right.
To be with someone.
Yes, me personally, we gotta have high standards. At the end of the day, us women, we gotta have high standards, because at the end of the day, these men out here ain't shit most of the time. So I just gotta let y'all know. And it's like, exactly, in a relationship, it's not always 50-50. It could be 80-20, 20.
Yeah.
You know, 20-80, 75-25. And it's like, how is that gonna happen if your man isn't there to provide as well, when you're the only one that's providing? Hey, it's different. Say if y'all are married and he's a stay-at-home dad, he's the one watching the kids, and you're working, you guys made that agreement. All right, that's different. But if he comes in the relationship acting like he's rich, and he really, at the end of the day, he's using he's using his mama's card to take you out to dinner, and asking his friends for money to go out for golf or something like that, then you don't need that at the end of the day. Because those be the men, sad to say, most of the men that act like that are the worst. Like, they'll be the ones like be cheating, being disrespectful. They swear like they're all that, and they're really not. So it's like, it depends. If he's coming in a relationship broke, and because he just lost his job or something happened to him, you know, he can't work for a little while,
that's
or like,
understandable.
you know, he's in the process of doing something. I'm gonna just say this: if he doesn't even have a end goal of something, don't even bother, because you're never gonna go anywhere. You're gonna wish for things and just stay there wishing.
Yeah, but I want to add to my answer. No, but I have held my man down. Like, I have held him down because he lost his job or whatever the case may be. And if this person is willing to get back on their feet and is actively looking for a job, that's no problem for me.
That's different. That's way different. If he's just sitting on his ass all day, not even worrying, just chilling, not even
depending
caring,
on your bread, no.
Then it's not even worth it at all.
Like, even if the dick is good, bitch, it's never that good.
It's never
to
that
be
good.
with a broke nigga.
Nope. Because it ain't gonna pay your bills.
Exactly.
That's all I'm gonna say. My man and I been together for about a year now, and I haven't felt a real orgasm. Is that normal? You want to answer that, or you want me to answer that? I mean, we can both answer, but you want to go first? Or
Yeah. How long have they been together?
A year.
She need to give more details for this. Like, is it fucking eating her out? Like,
I don't know.
Okay. So in general, it is normal for a female not to have an orgasm, but it could be multiple reasons why. You might have not found your spot yet. You might not know how to like. So for me, at first I didn't know how to like stay in tuned in the moment. That's why it was hard for me. But you have to learn how to really like focus in the moment. Don't think about anything else. You really have to think about you, your man, and the actual moment that's happening. And you gotta make sure that he's satisfying you and doing the things that you actually like. That's a big thing, because if he's just doing whatever he wants and he's not making sure you get your nut on first, like, it's not gonna work. You feel me? But it is very normal for that to happen. You just have to find what works best for you guys. Honestly, it's normal.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's different, and like maybe try, if you guys haven't tried, foreplay first, because unfortunately there's a lot of guys that they get hard or whatever, and they just want to just rush into it and stuff, and it's not like that. You have to caress, you have to, you know, kiss, you know, do all that, like the touching and the rubbing, and like, you know, just get you aroused first. I don't know how, because you know, see what the person wasn't specific, so I don't even know. But try different positions. Try using toys if you want.
Try using rules.
Yeah, something. A lot of different role play. Do something fun. Be spontaneous. Because some people, like, they, you know, do the same thing and just gets boring. And after a while, you know, try just doing different things, and like it should work out. You know, and if it doesn't, y'all gonna have to at least talk about it too, because communication, like I said, in a relationship is key. If you feel that like it's nothing's happening, you gotta let him know, like, hey, I feel this is not working out. Can we try something else? Can we see what works out? And if not, I mean, it is what it is at that point. That's your decision if you decide to still be with that person, or like
if it's like a big deal to you, and you feel like you can't be with him because he's not, you know, satisfying you in bed. That's all. That's up to you. But that you should try different stuff, like she said, different position. Try toys, girl. Use a vibrator if you have to. Like, incorporate different things that are gonna make you feel a little more excited or a little more aroused.
Definitely. And like Rachel said, make sure you stay in tune, because a lot of people, they're probably like, oh shoot, I got the stove on, or like, did I lock the door? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stay in tune, be in that moment.
Don't think about anything else. Also, what helps is like, think about whatever you like. Like, for example, if you like whatever he's doing, you have to think about what he's doing to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how you really focus, and that's how you can have an orgasm. You think about what's going on in the actual moment. Don't think about work. Don't think about nothing. I just think about what happened.
And don't stay quiet either. Like, if he's doing something that's not satisfying you, guide him. Now, men don't know everything about a woman. Like, it's not like they know. You know, with them is different. So maybe that he just needs a little guidance, and everything will work out.
Absolutely. Sex on your period. So I've had sex on my period more later on my period, like almost when I'm about to come off. I take a shower, you know, I go up there, clean myself, and then I have sex.
It's I feel like there's no
normal issue. The only thing I would say, if you are doing that and you're very heavy, just use a towel under you. And I wouldn't recommend it. You know why? Because it gives you cramps with the like.
When you orgasm, your uterus contracts. So that will make you have more cramps.
Or even just the sensation of it can make you have cramps. So if you're like on your first like 3 days, I wouldn't recommend it. But even after, that's perfect. That's normal. Right. Like, there's nothing wrong with having sex on your period.
I don't see anything wrong with that either. And especially if like that's your partner and he don't care, 'cause at the end of the day, if he doesn't care, well, it is what it is, you know. Just go for it, because I mean,
yeah, just make sure you take a nice
shower, because that stuff
get all up in there. Yeah, get all up in there and do what it do.
Do what you gotta do. How do you heal from abusive relationship? So first things first, I could say, definitely forgive not for that person but for yourself, because if you don't forgive, then you will never move on in life. Try to see what was like the energy of that person, and just try to avoid anyone with the same energy, you could say. Like try to be very cautious of who you're around. I feel like after that, definitely focus on yourself more and your self-worth, because unfortunately a lot of women who deal with that situation, they're like, oh, this is the only person I know.
Yeah.
Or
they always,
you know,
because they're used to it.
Yeah.
And they feel like,
and like that person makes you downgrade yourself. Like you lose yourself because of that person. They make you forget about yourself, forget about your parents. So I feel like definitely after an abusive relationship, definitely focus on yourself and love yourself first before getting into any other situation or anything. And you know, if you need therapy, depending on how deep it is, you know, always talk to someone, a professional that can help you with that. And yeah,
I feel like, what was it? How do you move past a abusive relationship?
Yes. It's yep. Well, how do you heal from abusive relationship?
Okay. So, what Genesis said, you have to learn how to love yourself first. Like that's definitely the first thing. You have to learn how to love yourself. Within that loving yourself, you're gonna be able to accept the fact that he was in that abusive relationship. One thing I can add on to that is like, I've been a victim of being choked out. So that has affected me a lot, especially when I'm having sex or whatever the case may be. Like now I'm fine, like I don't care about being choked, but it took me a while to be able to learn how to like have somebody like grab me near there. Like before I used to have a whole panic attack.
Right.
But learning the difference between what happened to you in that moment and being able to let go of that and just forgetting about it and moving past that, even if it's baby steps.
Right.
Like it's okay, it's normal. But if you want the right person to be able to love you, to show you love, you have to be able to forgive, like she said, and be able to move past that and know that it's okay, you know, and know that your partner is not that person that abused you.
Right, because at the end of the day, not everyone's the same, and like there's unfortunately a lot of people that stay victims for forever. You know, and that's why, like I say, like if it gets to that point, definitely get professional help, because you know, you never know what.
Yeah, of course.
It could, like how bad the trauma could have affected you.
Yeah.
And stuff. So
I agree.
Look yourself in the mirror and just say, I love you, I'm worth more of this, I know what I want, I know what I don't want. And you just gotta look at the red flags. Always look at the red flags first. If you see, okay, this person got so many red flags, be out. There's no time for that. There is no time for that.
Absolutely not. Next question. Is it normal for your coochie to stink? So that kind of goes back to the pH balance. If you don't have, first of all, the question is yes, it's very normal for your coochie to smell a little funny.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Just like a guy. Like guys, they people swear like guys don't, but they do.
They do, well. Especially if they're not circumcised.
Yes.
It's normal, girl. Do not worry about that. You just have to know how to balance your pH. Know what's good for your body, good for your coochie, what to use. But that's perfectly normal. Don't ever think like, oh my god, like this is, no. It's perfectly normal.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
You're walking all the time. You're doing activities. It's in the middle of your legs. Your legs are rubbing together. You sweat down there. You know, sweat smells. You know.
Yeah.
So like, there's always, if it's like a very strong stench, I would definitely contact your doctor because
I would go to OBGYN
to make sure everything's okay. But it is normal for you to have like a little stench, like a little something.
Discharge is mostly when you have a like a scent, I guess, down there. It's mostly your discharge. That's what may smell, and also a lot of things. Like you have to make sure you're cleaning yourself. You have to make sure that you're properly washing. And also, whatever you're intaking, that has a lot to do with your pH balance and how you smell down there.
Yep.
Like, that's one thing. You have to make sure you're drinking a lot of water, eating healthy. A lot of fruit helps a whole lot. Just certain things that you're intaking in your body do affect you down there. But it's perfectly normal for that to happen. You just have to know how to balance it out.
My period comes very heavy. How do I control it? And the cramps also. Do you rather pads or tampons?
That's a good question.
All right. Let me answer you.
You can answer first.
All right. So if your period comes very heavily, I would definitely say contact your doctor because unfortunately I don't really know as much. Like me personally, like I've dealt with like blood clots and everything, which is very normal in a period because when you have your period, it's your eggs shedding. Like it's shedding your insides are pretty much cleaning out.
The eggs
it's like,
you didn't use.
Yeah, so it's like a cleaning system, and so sometimes it's more than others. With cramping, I use heating pads, I use Tylenol, I try to eat because sometimes I notice that on an empty stomach cramps are worse.
Yeah, they are.
So doing that, if you don't have any of that, even a hot water bottle, put it in a water bottle, put it down there and try to let it, because what happens is like when you're cramping a lot, it's usually because you have blood clots, and I know because I've dealt with that myself
a lot.
So it's like you just have to literally just thug it out sometimes, and if it's really bad, definitely contact your doctor because it could be something that's unnormal that's happening
in your uterus.
But I mean, I've had very bad cramps before. I don't know if it's usually because of blood clots, and you just have to let it pass. Take your pills, heating pad, try to relax, focus on something else until it passes through, and you should be good.
Yeah, I agree. The heavy periods, you can't really control how heavy your period is, unfortunately. It's just women's cycle, we can't really control that. But if you feel like it's heavy, as in like you have for like a week or two, like
it's heavy, that's
definitely contact your doctor.
That's dangerous.
But as far as the cramps, heating pads, having a blanket, you could take a sock, put some rice in it, throw it in the microwave,
put it on there.
Yeah, right on the bottom of your stomach. That always helps. And me personally, I use tampons always. I don't use pads. I do notice that my cramps do get a little more intense with the tampons. With the tampons, but it goes away. And as far as what I use, I just take regular Tylenol, Benadryl. As soon as I know I'm about to get it, I try to take it because my cramps are really bad too. I get a lot of blood clots, like insane. Like I don't even know how that passes through my vagina sometimes. Yes, they're very bad. They're very heavy, but.
I mean, me personally, I use pads. I just sometimes I use tampons. It's like I'm mixed, but like I just use pads. I don't really like.
Why would you prefer a pad instead of a tampon?
I don't know. I feel like maybe because I always was used to it. I guess probably because my family everyone in my family uses pads, so I feel like that's just that. But like if I had to use tampons, I would use it because I don't have no problem with using tampons either.
I feel like for me, I don't like sitting on a pad. Ever since I was little, I hated that. Like, and even if like I try to go to the bathroom, I rinse like all the time, like before. And then I found tampons, and even if my flow is heavy, I just change it every hour. But tampons for me, and I never go past the regular size, because I don't know, for me, I just can't But regular is always my thing. I just change it more frequently if it is heavier. But that's me.
Alright, there you go. Do you use vibrators? If so, alone or with a partner? So I can say yes and no. I don't use it all the time, but sometimes I do use it. And it's a mix. Sometimes I do use it with my partner and sometimes I don't. It just depends if I'm alone, if I'm not. So like I do, but just not all the time. So yeah.
I do. Fun fact, I've used the vibrator since I was very young.
Really?
Like very young. It doesn't make sense. Like not that young, but high school young. Like
no, yeah, that's
so it's like my bestie. But yes.
and so have I since I was younger.
Yeah.
I use it. Like I feel like your hormones and everything once you become a teenager, it is what it is, you know. So
alone, I use it both. I use it alone and I use it with my man. Both a whole lot. So a lot of everything.
Yeah. Same here. My man cheated and is asking for second chances. He says he wouldn't do it again. It is his first time. Should I give him a second chance?
Next time, y'all need to tell us a little tiny bit more, because we don't know if you guys have kids together. We don't know if you guys live together. If you guys are married. She did say my man, so maybe not. But my honest opinion for you, sis, is if you really feel like this is something he's never ever gonna do again, you should give him his second chance. Now, if you feel like you can't trust him after this one and y'all don't have that trust anymore, I would say no, because the trust is already gone.
Yep.
And as we said in the beginning of this video with our first question, a relationship is based off of trust.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, then your relationship might not work out the way you want it to.
Definitely, yeah, I definitely can say that as well. Like, if me personally, it would be very hard, because now my conscience is gonna be like, oh, is this person always doing something? Is this person doing that? So like, I feel like me personally, like I said, it depends. If you guys have children and everything,
I would definitely in a heartbeat consider it, because we have kids.
But other than that, I wouldn't, because like it's just out of trust. But if that person can really truly show you that they're being honest and they just made a mistake, then it's no one's perfect, but it just depends on the trust.
Once a cheater, always a cheater, in my opinion.
As a single mother, how did you manage and being a teenager at the same time? I can say how I managed was definitely I had support. I can gratefully say that I had my mother and my sister and stuff like that to be there. So I was able to still go to school. My mom didn't work at the time. She was an at-home mom, so she was able to watch my daughter. And I went to school and I just worked. Literally, I just did what I had to do for my daughter. I made the decision to keep her in that situation, because I'm not gonna lie, when I found out, like, I could have easily just went to the clinic if I wanted to at the time. But I knew, like, in my heart, it was right to have her. And I just knew, like, you're grown to make the big kid, you gotta deal with the consequences. So I just I put on my big girl panties. I went to school and just went to work. That's it. As a teenager, I didn't really go out and do much anyways, so like it didn't affect me too much. A little bit, but not as much. Like my parents were very strict, so like I wasn't able to do much anyways, like I said before, so like it wasn't too much of a difference. When and where did you first get your period? How did you feel? When and where did you first get your period? So like what age and like where did it happen?
So I got my period at 10, literally February 12th, 13th. So that's exactly a month after my birthday. Wow. I got it right on I was like, what? I literally woke up to get ready for school and went to the bathroom. And I looked down and I was bleeding. And I was like, that's it. This is the moment my mom has been telling me about. But I was home, thank God.
Yeah.
But that's how I find out. I screamed for my mother. And that's it. That's how I found out. How about you?
I was 12 when I got my period. It was in the summertime. I don't remember. I think I just turned 12. I don't remember exactly the date, but I was living with my grandmother at the time, and my cousins were living with us as well too. And I just remember I went to the bathroom, I wiped, and I was bleeding, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? And I was cramping, and my cousin came in and she was like, oh, you got your period. And then, you know, she gave me a pad, and then from there was history.
How do you maintain body hair? Are you ashamed of body hair if you have any? So me personally, I have PCOS, which is hair in unwanted places, like down here. I only really have a couple hairs here. You know, everybody's different. A lot of women have PCOS and they have a couple, you know, but me personally, I don't really mind. I pluck them. Besides that, my body, I'm a pretty hairy woman, I would like to say. I shave everything else, but I wax my coochie every like month, I think it is. Just so, you know, keep it in that routine. And waxing keeps it thinner, so that helps a lot. But besides that, I have a lot of body hair, you would say, personally, and that's how I would maintain it. My legs, my armpits, and my arms, I shave my arms. I shave it like every week, and then my wax I get every month.
I don't have a lot of body hair, I guess you could say. Like I get hair like in the normal spots. I shave and wax sometimes. I rather waxing because you don't have to like shaving. You literally shave the next day, it's already coming back. I usually wax my coochie normally and my armpits. And other than that, I don't really like, my legs get hairy, but like it's not really noticeable. And like my arms either. I came out like the child with like not a lot of hair, I guess. Shoot, your girl barely got hair on her head. Like
stop.
Like I barely got any eyebrows either. So it's like, I do have hair on my toes. I do shave my toes. And which I got it from both my parents because they both have hair on their toes. Sorry, I don't mean to like, you know, blow.
My big toe.
But yes, I do shave my toes. That's one thing. Other than that, I don't, not much. So yeah.
Next question.
All right, we got 2 more questions, guys. What do you consider a hoe to be?
You can answer that first.
Oh, okay. So what I consider a hoe to be is definitely a woman who doesn't, I guess, respect herself in a way. Who literally, you know, is just disrespecting herself and just jumping to guy, not caring about their health, not caring about their how do you explain it? Just not respecting themselves. Like not giving a shit about anything, just out here messing around with multiple dudes at the like same time type stuff. I mean, it depends because it's like everyone's definition of a hoe is so different.
Yeah, honestly,
like you can be talking to one dude entertaining someone else and someone thinks you're a hoe.
Exactly. So
I feel like you gotta be, for you to be a hoe, you gotta be doing like, you gotta be having sex with like everybody in the world around the same time, like stuff like that. Like that's what I think it is.
I don't really like, you know, calling any female hoe, but I would say the definition of one would be, like she said, someone who doesn't respect themselves, someone who's just sleeping with anybody and everybody, someone who sleeps with multiple men a day. That's very much a hoe. I'm sorry,
I don't mean to cut you off. I definitely feel like a hoe too is a woman who knows a guy's in a relationship and is just willing to have sex with that person and knowing that he's ruining his family, like say if he has a family or whatever, and she's just willing to just be like like F it. Like me personally, like I feel like if you was in that situation, or say if you was her, you wouldn't have like that. So why would you do that? Not respecting yourself. Like you're not like why do you have to be with someone else's man? Why is that with all the men in the world?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I feel like
a hoe is just a woman that doesn't respect themselves and doesn't value their body and just gives it to any man that comes. That's what I feel like the definition of a hoe is.
Yeah.
Last question.
Last question for the night. How can I be confident?
To be confident, you really have to love yourself and be comfortable with yourself first and foremost. Looking in the mirror and saying, wow, how beautiful am I look so good in these clothes. That's to be confident. Don't ever feel like you can't wear a certain clothes or rock certain stuff just because you're a little bit bigger, or if you're very skinny. Like, don't ever think like, oh, I look too skinny, oh, I look too big, I shouldn't wear this. No, you walk it proud. You gotta walk very proud, whatever you're wearing, whatever you're doing. Being confident is really just accepting who you are and loving yourself the way that you are, and accepting all the flaws, or whether it's acne, whether it's stretch marks, whether it's whatever it is that you have to be confident and love yourself the way you are. That's what is to be confident in yourself.
I could definitely say what Rachel said, facts on that one. Definitely, you know, just waking up in the morning and just say, wow, you're beautiful. Wow, I woke up in the morning today. You should be confident just waking up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're glad that God chose you to be up today. You know what I'm saying? You should just be confident in that itself. And don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone take that from you. Don't let anyone take your shine, because at the end of the day,
you that bitch.
Facts.
You is that bitch. Don't let anybody ever tell you you not. You that bitch, and that's that.
Don't let anyone take your shine. Don't let anyone take your confidence away. You know, if you got people around you that love you and stuff like that, you should be confident in that. It's a lot. If you're a person and nobody wants to be around you, no one wants to show you love, you know, if your own family, friends don't want nothing to do with you, that means a lot. So literally just having that, you should be confident in that as well.
Facts. I agree.
So yeah, guys, that was the end of this first episode.
Good.
I hope you guys enjoyed. We're definitely gonna do more of these.
Yes, for sure.
Hopefully soon.
Just be specific, girls. Be a little bit.
Yes.
A little more details, please.
Yes, if you guys want advice on anything, we're here to talk. We're here
Absolutely.
This is a free space, unjudgy space, and we just want to be real with you guys and just give us our opinion and our thoughts. Because, for an example, I'm the oldest of my siblings. I don't have someone to guide me.
Yeah.
So like, me being that person to guide someone else who don't have that guidance it's a great feeling. I love to help others. And if you're ever struggling with anything, reach out. You know,
So
I'm a good listener.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm a good listener. Good.
You got good advice to give. I'm the only girl. I literally have 2 older brothers. I'm the only girl, so I had to learn all of this on my own. So if y'all got us to be able to help you guys out, even if it's just whatever, a quick talk, you need advice, whatever it is, we're here to help you no matter what.
Definitely. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys smash that like button, and make sure you guys stay tuned in. Don't forget, again, we're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned in and hit that post notification bell so every time we post, y'all get notified. I love you guys so much. Bye.
Oh, we gon' learn how to love. We gon' learn how to love. Thinking of the time I had you.